Dear sisters and brothers, the world it's a mess. Humanity have lost its way. We are divided. We are killing at each other. And hatred runs rampant among the population. We have been dumbed down by the educational system. We have been brainwashed by the values promoted by the corporations. And now, we have become totally disoriented. We don't know who we are. We do not understand those who share the world with us. And as a result, we spend our lives hating, criticizing, and killing at each other. Since our biased and distorted view of the world, promoted by the globalist elites, have turned us into stupid, irrational, and primitive creatures. When we are born, we are all one. We are all a consciousness perceiving the world through our five senses. We don't judge those around us. We don't have prejudices. We trust each other. And we are not divided. However, as we grow older, the society created by the globalist elites is constantly implanting in our minds prejudices, ideologies, and aspirations that will turn us against each other. Besides, all the relevant knowledge left by the previous generations, which would allow us to see the truth and become enlightened beings, is deliberately removed from our educational system, and as a result, we have a society full of disoriented human beings who have a deformed view of the reality, incapable to comprehend who they are, and unable to realize that we are all different manifestations of a same being. We are all one. We are all a same consciousness, trapped within a human body. We are all the same being, and we all have the same basic needs. However, the ideologies, the values, the prejudices, and the aspirations that this corrupted society have implanted on us prevents us from seeing this truth, and as a result, instead of sharing this world in peace, we spend our lives fighting with each other. So please, dear sisters and brothers, be careful with this ideological beliefs that societies implant in your mind, because this man-made ideologies are only mental distortions that are deforming your view of the world. Please, get rid of nationalism, get rid of religious beliefs that tell you to hate other human beings, and get rid of any belief that make you see the others as different or inferior than you. If you judge other human beings differently, according to their traditions, or the place where they have been born, it means you have already been brainwashed by this society and the propaganda that have bombarded your mind since the day you was born. Wake up, people. How many wars more we need to wage before we realize we are all one? How many kids more we need to kill before we open our eyes? Our ancestors killed each other for ridiculous ideologies, fruit of their lack of knowledge about the world, and our descendants will think exactly the same about us. Please, dear sisters and brothers, it's time for us to get rid of all these stupid beliefs. Switch off the TV, and don't let the elites that control the mainstream media to infect your mind with lies and distortions that will make you hate other human beings. Wake up, become an enlightened being, reprogram yourself, and clean your mind of all the stupid beliefs. And above all, do not hate, not even hostile human beings. You need to understand that those who wish harm to you are simply victims of a corrupted society. Human beings who were born with a free mind, like all of us, but that have had their minds brainwashed by the backward societies where they have been born. So please, do not hate. If someone have a wicked behavior, do not detest him for that, but see him as what he is, a poor human being who have a distorted view of the world, due to the ideologies that have infected their mind. So please, dear sisters and brothers, get rid of nationalism, get rid of ideologies that make you look down at other human beings, and above all, do not hate, be compassionate, comprehend that terrorists, racists, haters, are just human beings, who unlike you, have had the bad luck to have their minds corrupted and infected with stupid ideologies. So please, do not hate, spread love, and try to dedicate part of your life to create a better world, be the change, and help to wake up those who are still asleep. We are anonymous, and we are fighting for a better world. So, expect us.
Stop! Everybody, right? If you walk past this guy and you don't give him no money, right? If you walk past this guy and you don't give him no money, then anonymous means nothing to you.
This man is anonymous.
We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite.
And in time of domestic crisis, men of goodwill and generosity should be able to unite regardless of party or politics.
Millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people.
Senators John McCain and Carl Levin want to enact a law that would declare the entire United States of America a battlefield for the military.
The National Defense Authorization Act is hideous. What it does is it allows the military to act inside the United States.
Would it be possible that an American citizen then could be declared an enemy combatant and sent to Guantanamo Bay and detained indefinitely?
I think that as long as that individual, no matter who they are, if they pose a threat to the security of the United States of America, should not be allowed to continue that threat.
U.S. citizens could also be considered terrorist suspects. That means anyone inside the U.S. can be detained by the military, not cops, by the military, and said, hey, you know what, we suspect you of terrorism, we will hold one quick military hearing, you will not get a trial, and sad day for you, we can keep you forever.
Your elected officials, both the Senate and the House of Representatives, have just overwhelmingly passed the National Defense Authorization Act.
This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. Stop hurting these people, man. Why are y'all doing this to our people? I will go to jail tonight because it's not right, and I'm not. I